Hey everybody, this is Greg Johnson here at Varimax Fitness in Sacramento, California. And today I wanted to go over a little bit of a presentation as to what we're planning on doing when we reopen. Unfortunately, we don't have an exact date for that yet here in Sacramento, but I do want you to know that we are planning, and I want to give you kind of a brief overview of what we're planning on doing. So I'm going to get right into it, but just to let you know, Varimax Fitness is a 2,000 square foot personal training studio. Our specialty is actually one-on-one training. And just so you can kind of see what our gym looks like, there's plenty of space, plenty of equipment, even though we still focus on a one-on-one aspect. So it gives us a great opportunity for social and physical distancing as we first open. On a normal basis, we also do semi-private training. We kept our semi-private training at 4 people, but that could also be 2 people or 3 people. And the most important aspect of Varimax Fitness is this is not a typical walk-in, walk-out gym and just do as you please. Every person who comes into this gym actually works with one of our trainers, myself, Samantha, or Angie. So each session is led by an instructor, which also makes it a little bit easier to clean before, during, and after as well. We do assessments on every single one of our clients. We are currently still doing virtual assessments on any new clients or our current clients who have yet to do a virtual session, so we can kind of see what they need, what they have available. And our main focus is to adapt their programs to their needs and their goals. And most importantly, our highest priority is our clients' health and safety. Working in the health and fitness industry, that is why we do what we do. We want to keep people healthy, we want to keep people safe, and we want to keep people injury-free. And obviously that goes in and out of the gym. The whole reason people come to the gym and work out and stay active and stay healthy is so that we can live better, safer, happier, healthier lives outside the gym. And just to give you a real brief review on who I am, for those of you guys who don't know me, I am the owner of Varimax Fitness here, and I've had about 18 years of experience in physical therapy and fitness. And I also do a little bit of other stuff in the fitness industry, as well as including contributing in public speaking and educating. So the main purpose of what I want to go over here is basically our plans and procedures for reopening, current options for training for our current clientele, but also client adjustments when we do open, staff adjustments when we do open, and obviously the equipment adjustment and cleaning. But on the other side of the plans and procedures, I also think this is a really good chance for people who may just be curious how small studios like myself and like several others in Sacramento are a little bit different than your typical gyms, and how we have the opportunity to social distance and physical distance a little bit more. So as you guys have probably seen by now at all levels, both world, national, state, and local, what you're seeing is there's basically a phased system as far as opening, and we're obviously no different. This is going to go in tiers. And like some of our governors have said, this is going to fluctuate depending on how things progress. But for the purpose of this video, I'm really going to focus on these first 2 phases. Phase 1, which we're currently in, we're currently training clients virtually, and we're currently reaching out to our clients as much as we can, and also encouraging new clients to come in virtually as well. And then probably just as importantly is phase 2, when we reopen and how exactly we're going to reopen, and I'll probably spend a majority of the time on that. Phase 3 and phase 4, unfortunately, we don't really know what that timeline is going to be, but we do have our plans in place as to how we're going to progress into those phases to get us back to as much as normal, or what would be the new normal, as possible. So real quick, phase 1 is basically what we're still currently doing. Is since we closed our doors on March 17th, we have immediately offered virtual training to all our current clientele and new clients who are interested. We still go through a consultation, we still go through an assessment process, and we train them according to what their goals are and what they have available for equipment. Some of the other things that we're still doing in phase 1, we are still taking new clients, we are still seeing new clients. So we do have a referral program. If you do refer somebody and they sign up, we are going to give you a free session. And then also in this month of May, anybody who signs up is actually going to be entered to win a set of equalizer bars. And hopefully we're going to continue to do this. Our plan is to continue virtual training on through these phases. But for the month of May anyway, if you sign up or renew in May, you're going to be entered to win a set of Libra bars. And I got some other prizes in the bag for the next couple months. And also with our current clientele, we've had a lot of people asking and looking for ways to work out at home. So we've given them discount codes and resources such as our workout videos on YouTube. Check them out. I'm not a great worker out and speaker at the same time, but I think we did okay. So we've had a lot of fun doing this, but we do know this is pretty serious as well. But so we've given people some other options for workouts at home as well. Right. And the other thing that we're doing during this pre-opening is we're continuing to reach out to our current clients and new clients. First and foremost, if you're not getting our newsletter and you're a current client, please let myself or Samantha know. We want to make sure that you guys are getting those. We are putting a lot of information on those. We've actually upped the newsletters a little bit to keep you guys as updated as possible. But just let us know. The other thing that we've been doing is we've been personally reaching out to every single one of our clients. It could be text messages, emails, phone calls, and we're also trying to input stuff on social media to keep you guys up to date. But we really do want to see how you guys are doing. The whole reason we're here is we want to hold you guys accountable to the goals that you set for yourself when you first choose to come into Varimax Fitness. So we want to hold you accountable to that. In the meantime, the other things that we've been doing, just to kind of give you a rundown of what we've been doing with this opportunity, is we've also took the opportunity to optimize our systems. And I assure you, we're going to come out of this as a better business. We're improving our website. In fact, at this point, we're probably going to be completely redoing our website, improving the app, and improving MindBody features. For those of you guys who don't know, MindBody is the system that we use for the branded app, the scheduling software, the payment software, and there's a whole bunch of things that are there that we haven't had the opportunity to learn and use, and we're going to start doing that. One of the main things is obviously with some of these new regulations that are coming out, we are going to have to redo our liability and waiver policies. And instead of having all this paper around and signing pens and handing pens back and forth, everything's going to be virtually on MindBody now. So before you ever step foot in this facility, you can go through. I highly encourage people to read through it and sign right there on the spot so you're ready to come in when we open. And then most importantly, I think the other thing we're doing is we're preparing to open. As soon as they give us the okay, as soon as they give us the date, I truly believe that we are prepared, both social distancing, physical distancing, and cleanliness, to be able to do that and keep everyone's health and safety as a top priority. So that being said, opening. Now, here's the thing. As much as we're prepared to open, and we're going to keep the highest standards possible to implement all these orders to help keep ourselves and our clients safe, we also understand that this is not just going to go back to normal as soon as we open our doors. We're going to continue to encourage people who are high risk, people who are over the age of 65 and have health conditions. We are still going to encourage you guys to stay home, stay distanced, and only come back in when you feel comfortable and when you deem fit. On the other side of it, we also understand that some people may not just be comfortable just because stores and facilities are opening up. If you don't feel coming in, we completely understand that. We are still going to offer virtual training from now until basically, I believe it's going to be a continuous service at this point. And there's a few other things that we're going to ask of our clients. Obviously, if you feel any signs or symptoms of being sick, now that could be COVID-19, fever, dry cough, shortness of breath, or any other contagious illness. Even if you feel like you just have the general flu or a common cold at this point. We understand that it's allergy season out, but if you feel like, or you think you might have any signs and symptoms, we're going to ask you not to come in. And if we do feel like you're showing signs and symptoms, we are going to ask you not to come in and potentially ask you to leave. And then obviously, like some of the other standards that have been coming out, if you feel like you've been in contact with someone who either has signs and symptoms, or you've realized you've been in contact with someone who's tested positive for COVID-19, we're also going to ask you not to come in, and we would encourage you to self-quarantine or get yourself tested as well. As you come in, the two biggest priorities are going to be limited capacity and the cleanliness. So normally, as we said, we specialize in one-on-one, and we also do semi-private. When we open our doors for the first day and we reopen, we're going to start with just one-on-one clients. We're going to limit this to basically 2 people in the gym, 1 trainer, 1 client. So that could be myself and one of my clients, or it could be Samantha or Angie with one of their clients. And a lot of that is really just to slowly get people back involved without inundating this facility with any potential hazards. We're also going to make it a very standard 55-minute session. Usually sessions run 60 minutes, and I always encourage people to come in and roll out and chat and socialize. But for right now, we're going to ask that there's going to be a hard stop. If you're here at 6 a.m., I'm going to have you come in the door at 6 a.m. We're going to go through your session. You're going to see cleaning throughout the entire session before and afterwards. And then your session is going to end at 6:55, which is going to allow me a chance to continue to set up, clean, and prep for that person at 7 o'clock coming in after you. And some of the other things that we're going to be doing, if you are a family member, for example, husband and wife, or parent and child, and you guys are training together, we are going to allow that because obviously you guys are together at that point. And then as we continue to increase, and I'll explain later how we're going to increase capacity, we'll go over that in more detail as time goes by. The other thing we're also going to continue to do is also have basically what would be considered a combination package. If you want to train 2 to 3 times a week, but you're not comfortable coming into this facility 2 to 3 times a week, or because of the one-on-one basis, there may be limited ability, we can still continue to train you once or twice a week in person in facility, but also allow you to have a virtual training session at home outside the facility as well throughout the week to continue to get you training. And then, like, obviously with 2,000 square feet, physical distancing is not going to be an issue, but we're also going to encourage people that we're going to keep our distance as we continue to train you as well. Secondly, obviously, like I said, the biggest aspect of health and safety is the cleanliness. I like to believe I keep one of the cleanest gyms in Sacramento already, but I completely understand that we're asking for even more now. When you first come into this facility, we're going to highly encourage you to go back and wash your hands right away. So that way we're starting at literally with a clean slate. And as we go through the workout, before you leave, we're going to encourage you to wash your hands as well. Even prior to this, in fact, ever since I've opened this doors 3 years ago, we've had FDA medical grade sanitation in disinfectant wipes and cleaners, and we continue to have plenty in stock. That has always been one of my highest priorities, not just recently. So we have plenty of that stuff in stock. You're going to notice that if you guys were here before we closed, we were cleaning nonstop. As soon as you were done with a set of dumbbells, we're cleaning them down to put them away. And as we were getting them off the rack, we were wiping them down before we gave them to you. So obviously the number of cleanings and what we're cleaning, anything that gets touched in this gym has the ability to get cleaned because we control what we touch. Deep cleans are going to be ramped up. High contact areas such as the bathrooms, the doorknobs, anything with a button, switch, a knob, pieces of equipment that get used more. It's not just going to be the bar that's going to be wiped down. It's going to be the entire piece of equipment. The benches that may be sat on in between sets and reps, even wiping down the doorknobs when you come in and come out of the facility. And again, like if you have to cough, we're going to encourage you to have a handkerchief or something with you, or a tissue that you can throw away, and we're going to encourage you to wipe your hands. So all that stuff is still going to apply. All right, now we're going to get to some of the things that is definitely new for me, and I think is going to be the new norm in a lot of places. Basically, first and foremost, we're adding even more cleaning and sanitation company services. We're going to use Varimax, which is a deep cleaning and sanitation disinfectant service, which also includes an electrostatic gun. Very impressive. I've talked to a lot of people about this. It was on my radar before we closed to get. There's actually local companies that are using it as well. We're also going to be using an FDA-approved infrared non-contact thermometer, and we're going to continue to use this until we deem that we don't need it. But it's a great piece of equipment. It's no contact involved. It just gives us the opportunity to take your temperature from a little bit of a distance, no contact. And I like this. I'm a big fan of data anyway. So if we can track your temperatures as you're coming in and out, it'll give us a better idea whether you're potentially fighting something, and we can encourage you to take action accordingly. The one thing that I'm kind of a little wishy-washy on is the masks. I have no problem wearing a mask as an employee, and our employees will do so. I'm not a fan of people working out wearing masks because it restricts oxygen. It restricts air. I'm not even a fan of those training masks. I don't feel they do what they say they do, and it actually limits your intake of air, which I don't think is a great idea when you're trying to train. So we're not going to mandate masks be worn by our clients unless that's mandated locally, but we will be wearing masks as employees to prevent any type of possible spread. So The last couple of things I want to go into is basically as we continue, and again, this could all change on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis, and we're going to do our best we can to keep up with it. I assure you, I've been keeping up to date with as much as possible, learning as much as possible to make sure that health and safety of my facility, my staff, and my clients are the number one priority. As we continue, we will still continue to maintain the highest standard of cleanliness and sanitation in the business. And I will do that to the best of my ability. Also, as we continue and time goes by, we will continue to increase the capacity of the gym back to its normal numbers. At this point, we never have more than 10 people in this gym. Usually we limit it to 6, and that's at a high unless we're doing some type of event. We'll slowly build up to 2 trainers and then trainers with semi-privates, but we will continue to socially and physically distance within the gym. And then lastly, phase 4 is basically back to normal. And I say normal, there's definitely going to be a new normal after this. I think everyone is kind of understanding of that. Again, a lot of the things that we've learned in this time, I think is going to make our business better. I want to get back to the high fives, fist bumps, booty bumps, and hugs with some people, but for right now, that's just not an option. We're going to keep people like virtual high fives and fist bumps from 6 to 10 feet away. And obviously, this is going to give us more training options. Virtual training is going to continue to be a service that we provide for a long time and maybe permanently. And we want to get back to where we can have social events, client events, and charity events. Fortunately, we were able to get the Sweating for Shriners off this year before all of this came down. And I cannot wait to have another charity event because we had a blast. So in the meantime, I just want to say, thank you guys so much. On behalf of me and the entire Varimax team, Samantha and Angie, as a small business owner, we cannot thank everybody enough for their thoughts, their love, their support, their trust, their loyalty that they've shown and they have continued to show through this entire time. I'm not kidding when I say we would literally not be here if it wasn't for the people that give us their trust, their business, their loyalty. We completely understand that you guys don't need to come in, and we also completely understand that you guys don't need to do the virtual training as well. And I will be very transparent. Virtual training is literally what's helping get us through this time. It is challenging for all of us. I completely understand that, but I can't thank you guys enough. As we continue to learn, grow, adapt through all these changes, we're going to continue to grow as people, as a business, and I think we're going to come out stronger because of it. So coming out of this, our number one priority will and will always be to help people live happier, safer, and healthier lives. And we will continue to uphold the highest standard of quality service that we can in this industry. We always want to put our clients first. And we're not going to open these doors until we feel it's the most beneficial time to make sure that we can keep us and our clients healthy. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. In the meantime, stay safe. Live happier, live healthier, keep your social distance so we can continue to move this in the right direction. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys very soon. Thank you.